All right, and welcome once again to Zimbabwe Daily. My name is Yvonne Muchaka, and I'm here with the spokesperson for the Citizens Coalition for Change, Mr. Promise Mkwananzi. Just a quick one. I have not heard a position from your party either denying the fact that Tshabangu claims that he was signing for CCC candidates during the 23 August elections. Can you clarify for us the actual position?
The actual position is that he was never a part of our signatories, officially and formally from the Citizens Coalition for Change. As far as we are concerned, he is not a member, so how can he be a signatory? He's not a member, he's not a signatory, and he's never been part of our registers. He may have been on the signatories list on the basis of ZEC criminality and forgery, but in terms of the law and the official signatories of the CCC, no, he was not.
And we've also seen a lot of people saying the CCC is not doing anything to actually correct the positions that Tshabangu is an interim Secretary General. What would you say to such people who are thinking like that?
I think we've done everything. We've explained to the nation that Mr. Tshabangu is not our member. Not to even mention our Secretary General. He's not our member, he's not our Secretary General, he's not on our registers. He is acting on the authorship and sponsorship of ZANU-PF. And if you know that ZANU-PF will manipulate every available state apparatus to achieve their goal. And Mr. Tshabangu is a beneficiary of those criminalities.
And we've clearly now gone for a by-elections that is happening tomorrow, costing the fiscus over $5 million. What do you say about that?
We have already stated that we are speaking right now in the context of a severe drought, which threatens the well-being of our people. We are speaking against a declining economic environment where unemployment has reached skyrocketing figures. But alas, Mr. Mnangagwa is not concerned about all that. He's not concerned about the welfare of the people. He's not concerned about the expenditure to spend the national resources in a responsible manner. As we speak, he has deployed more than $5 million in a needless by-election, in a senseless by-election, in an illegal and unnecessary by-election. But today we're here making a press conference where he's trying to bar legitimate candidates into that elections. You then wonder what the purpose of that by-election is. Why would we waste so much money on a by-election? Why did Mr. Mnangagwa just appoint a candidate of his choice unilaterally without wasting people's money and divert that money to other very, very essential services that this country severely requires?
And your words to the people of Zimbabwe who feel let down by the CCC in terms of defending the vote?
We are defending the vote. The process of defending the vote is not an event, it is a process. I said in the press statement, and this is not the first time, we have already said that Mr. Mnangagwa is there by virtue of being there, not in terms of the laws and the electoral outcome. He is there on a de facto basis, and he is there on a caretaker basis, which means that he is there summarily or temporarily as we resolve the legitimacy crisis. I think that we must be commended for standing firm. President Chamisa has stood firm at great personal cost, refusing to be compromised, refusing to be swallowed, refusing to join bogus institutions, illegitimate institutions for positions and for trinkets. He has stood in a very principled manner, and because of that, he has been victimized together with the CCC and the people that follow him. So we are in the process of defending the vote. The anger and bitterness that you see in ZANU-PF is a result of a standpoint that we have taken as a party to say we are not going to accept an illegitimate election. And to tell you for your own information, this position has been bought in by SADC, by AU, and there are processes that are taking place there, as well as, for your own information, the Zimbabwe Human Rights Commission report is quite clear that the election that took place in Zimbabwe fell abysmally short of a barest minimum accepted standards of a free and fair elections. So Mr. Mnangagwa is there on a de facto and caretaker basis. We are in the process of defending the vote, and this whole process of going into by-elections is also part of the process to defend and maintain our zones of autonomy without losing focus on the grander picture of restoring national legitimacy and legality in terms of the elections in Zimbabwe.
Right, you spoke about the reports that came out, obviously SADC, the EU, and all the other reports that came out from organizations that observed this election. Are we likely to see Zimbabwe going for another election before the lapse of the 5 years?
That is what we would want to see. We want to see a fresh election, a fresh, free and fair election where national resources will go in a noble and legitimate process of producing leaders that will care for this country. That's what we want to see. In the absence of that, we would want to see a political dialogue with a view to reaching a political settlement. And when I'm talking about a political dialogue, we are not talking about a dialogue for how many ministers this one's going to get, which position that one is going to get. No, we want a dialogue to say what are the issues that have withheld our country from progressing. There are electoral dispute issues. There is the Monhlante Commission recommendations. There are outstanding issues of our constitution which have not been implemented. All those are the issues that we want to see, so that Zimbabwe is set at a stage where it can move forward politically, economically, and even socially. And that does not require people to share position. That requires people to fix the institutions that are redundant, to recreate certain institutions, to kick away or disband institutions like ZEC and others, and come up with institutions that will truly and professionally resolve the issues that have held Zimbabwe back.
Thank you very much and all the best.
Thank you very much.
All right, so there you have it. That was Promise Mkwananzi, the spokesperson of the Citizens Coalition for Change, just giving us a general outlook of what is happening in Zimbabwe. My name is Yvonne Muchaka, and this is Zimbabwe Daily, reporting from Harare, Zimbabwe.